Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where we are working in a mess. It is an absolute mess. Not the above ground, not what we can see over here, but where we need to build below all this. Yeah, that's an absolute nightmare. And it's gonna get even worse, as we have over here, I don't know if you can see it, but trust me, they're there, 2 coasters, and they badly need a third. And we're gonna build that third. But man, is that gonna be a challenge. However, during the construction of last coaster, we got plenty of good ideas. Especially for the bit over here. Just look at the amount of space that is free over here. I cannot imagine that it would be impossible for us to somehow construct something over here. The only small issue that we would have is getting through the mess of tracks. However, basically, whoa, yeah, it was over here. Yeah, well, see, this is a little bit annoying. I thought we might be able to cross, somewhere in between here. But of course, we can get below this bit, but the part that we can go below over here, we run into over here, like this section of path. Maybe what we could do is below this queue and exit, we might be able to run something. Which would be, now this is all like lining us up in like 2D, which would be the tile right below the next to the path. Which, I might be wrong here. But we have like the path, and in here it goes underground. Now it's a bit hard to see, but I do believe that this path here is below one next to it, which would be the tile of path that we were aiming for, but we might be able to pass at the same height as this path here, which would be height 4. So bear with me here, because I have a plan. Now, all we need to do is basically line ourselves up for this this one tile. Where would it be to start out with? It would be on this one here, right at the corner piece there. So having said that, if we turn everything invisible, then all it really requires is, oh balls, this is gonna be so difficult. So, and then the corner piece of the cinema, which is the outer one, which means this one. So we go basically right next over here. Oh man, doesn't make it much better. So we're at the corner piece there. Yeah, this is the view that we need. And then over here, so at this corner, well, I'm inclined to say that it would be this line here. I'm inclined to say it would be this line over here. I'm not gonna force the thing to be above ground here, but here's the plan. And we'll know very quickly if it works or not, and if it doesn't, too bad, we're not gonna do another attempt. Because before I started recording, I did do like a quick check, like, is it possible? Well, basically, the quick you can you can forget, because it wasn't quick, took ages. And also, is it possible? Well, actually, I'm already looking at it over here, and I see height 4, and I see the track here. So no, we have our answer. Okay, never mind. We're not going to build the coaster. Instead, what we're going to do is do a quick vandalism check. And without guests and without numbers, this should be rather easy. Cause yeah, you know, we just learned a thing, and that is that the mine train coaster is making it impossible for us to do the cool thing. Now, thinking about it, I might not even have said what I wanted to do. But I wanted to get this coaster, you know, the reverse hoo-ha belly, to start all the way over here, race through the underground, race through this section, race up all the way over here, and then get out. What we might do though is leave this rock for what it is, but start out over here and still do the underground bit, you know. I think that would be a cool idea, because realistically this whole rock here is open, so we don't need to go over there. And if we leave that bit, you know, what we could easily do then is have the thing start like over here, and basically just have the queue and exit hook up over here, you know, have them share, have them have shared exits, and we could then be at like height 3. So let's see that we pull this one off, because I just really, guys, I really want to have this coaster put out to the max. Not sure if it's gonna be possible or not, but frankly, I don't really care. So we need to build this quite a ways back. We also don't need like a long station. I think we don't need more than this. And now all we need to do is see that we... I mean, first of all, I just need to find the point where we resurface. And then... Okay, so just... Ooh... Never mind. I don't think that's gonna happen, because what are we short? Like, yeah, there's no way that this is gonna happen. And I can't lower it, because I've covered everything in tracks. If it were over here, like on this section, I might even have considered lowering. Now that I know it's over here, no way. Okay, so... Unless... Would we be able to somehow do this vertical curve into the underground? I mean, I'm just curious, right? I'm not sure. Like, I don't even know where we are currently constructing. I mean, to me it seems as if this is covered. But if we are able to... And it is only like a two tile. Yeah, it's only 2 tiles. Is it me or... Yeah, no, this is bordering pretty tightly, so there's no space or room left here. Ooh, but would there be in other places? How cool would it be? I think it would be the first of this type of coaster with with like a pole in the underground, and then you would just resurface in the underground, and then that would be it. How cool would it be if we can pull that one off? The question now becomes, like, can we find places that are not covered by exit or by tracks? And just looking at it, it doesn't really look good. It definitely doesn't look good. It looks terrible bad, even by most... Wait. What do we have over there? Oh, never mind. There is a path there. Do we need to be at the height or at the Z line where we are? I mean, realistically, what we could do is if we move the thing one over, I mean, this looks... No, this looks like there is one tile here, and we need at least 2, so that's not gonna work out. But if we move it over, we have 2 tiles here. Where was that again? Yeah, about that. All of a sudden, I'm fiercely regretting my very professional cover-up skills. How is it a little bit more over to... Because we could, in theory, move the thing over a little. And I see 2 tiles free right over here. What if we aim for those tiles over here? I think that's what we should do. So let us redo. Yeah, hold on a second, by the way. I mean, I say these are free, but I don't know where in relation to the other thing that would be. There was a toilet out there, which was over here. And that would be doable. This is definitely free. So if the toilet is over there, let us count this out. You know what we should do? We should mark the spot. Oh, fine, whatever. So now that we have the spot marked, let me see, the toilet and the tree. So basically this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles over. That's pretty manageable, you know? So in theory, if we say 5 tiles over to this side, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's just on the right next to the other coaster. Perfect, I'd say. So, let us get that sorted then. I mean, screw it, you know. We're not gonna. Wait. Yeah, all right. For a moment there, I thought. Okay, so we're gonna retry this, but just you watch my words. You know, we're gonna do this. All we need to do is make sure that we line ourselves up with this curve on the right spot. Which I would say to booyah. Too high, it says. Okay, so hold on a second. Hold on a second. Do you see what I'm seeing here? Is the terrain now just blinking in and out of existence? Certainly seems like that. Raise or lower the land. Fine, game. Nice. Nice. Wow, we got it! We got it! How cool is this? Oh, guys, I love this! We have like another pole! Now, it's a shame, like I said, it's a shame that we cannot have this go all the way over here. Because I don't know, how far can we go till we run into... Yeah, so basically, we definitely need... Okay, let me just have a quick look. Guys! We thought it couldn't be done, and then we just add this over here. How cool is this in the middle of such a mishmash of tracks? We come along and we just add another track. Also, I think we want our station to be... Yeah. Look, the nicest thing for the station where it could be would be if it were over here, because well, you know, else the queue is going to be so incredibly long. I don't even know where to start with hooking it up. In fact, it would be impossible. And I don't say those words like, yeah, you know, gladly or likely, but yeah, it would be impossible. What we can do though is maybe have like the station, because that's what we need to work with. That's over here. Maybe if we move it all the way over here, and we can get like the entrance be here and this. Nice. Because what I want to do with the exit is just do a quick and dirty, just go below and then straight and hook it up over here at this bench, which we're gonna do. Oh man, do I love the coaster that we have just created. Not because it's so good or anything, but just because of the place. How awesome is it? I love it. I think it's great. So now there, done. Wait, hold on a second, didn't I? Yeah, you should place. Very nice, very nice. So it's gonna be a bit difficult to even hook anything up there, because literally the view to the path is invisible to me. But, well, you know, we will worry about that later on. I don't think we'll have too many issues with this. We will have issues with this. Should we not be able to hook this up to anything? Which we just did. Nice! Okay, guys, I just so want to test out the ratings for this one. Is there any setup we can do? No. It's only limb-powered launch mode. Yeah, basically, you know, the longer the power rails thingies are, the faster it goes. So there is not much for us to set up here, other than just for the thing to launch itself and see how far it can go. Look at that. I think it comes over here. This is just awesome. Let us shorten it a little bit though, because we don't want too many track pieces. So if I were to power launch it right now, ooh, now that is good, you know. And now it doesn't even, you know, now it blends in very nicely as well. Oh man, how cool is this? We're gonna call this one size fits all. It's the lamest name ever, I know, but I love it. I just think that this placement is beyond epic. This is good with a capital G, you know, like good to the next level, basically. Now, I know that this wasn't really the coaster that I said we would build. This is like a totally different thing. So, and we're gonna build the other coaster in a moment. Just let me quickly sort out the color scheme for it. What's color? Oh, the pole is now colored. the pole is now colored brown. Do I want that? You know what? We're gonna run with brown. It is a bit, yeah. Yeah. Don't know what to say, you know, this is gonna be brown. And purple and yellow, we're gonna make it a little bit brighter, but yeah, that's what it's gonna be, as it's the most befitting color theme that we have over here. Good. Well, yeah, so about our eggheads, by the way, we just got ourselves a gentle ride called Space Rings. And seeing how it's a slam down ride for which we reserved all this space over here, you betcha that we are going to place this one down. And I want this Space Rings thing, I want it over here. And in the most ideal case, we have this have one queue tile, and we're gonna fix this. Just watch. This is gonna be one of the best placements for this ride. Probably like ever. Look. See? there you go with the one space. Nice. And then, you know, in theory we should charge $5. So in practice we're gonna do that. Yeah, no, to be honest, I don't think this will last long for like the $5 price mark, but yeah, well. Let us call this one. Why don't we call this? Ooh. Maybe we should call this Hypni. Hypni. Yeah. Hypni. Wait, what? No. Hypni. And then with a capital N and the capital E, you know? It is a bit like an I. So there. Nice. 4 rings, of course. Because why would you choose anything else, huh? There's no good reason to do so. Yeah, and green looks good. I like this. Good. So that's the Hypni done. Yeah, the coaster. We have the mine train. We have the wooden twister. I think the only real option we have is either this one, which I don't really feel like we should do right now. I feel like we should do the steel coaster. And I've been thinking about it. You know, like, should we go with the steel coaster above ground over here? We could do that. But I don't feel like we should. I think we should leave the coasters in the underground to the underground. So we're not gonna, and instead we're gonna make this and 7.93. Alright. And how is this one? Do we have ratings for El Capitan? No. Okay, so if we've been building that quick that we don't have ratings. Huh, okay. I guess so. It is open and people can get onto it, right? All of a sudden I'm starting to think that maybe we did not connect the entrance proper. And then try and find out if that's the case. That's the worst. Which means, now just bear with me here. This over where? I mean, there should be like a queue path. This should be the queue to El Capitan. Is it broken? Moving to end of station. Did you not have had any guests? I mean, am I missing something over here? It's not good. Is there like a no entry sign or something above this place that I'm missing out on? I feel like I'm missing out on like a no entry sign over here somewhere. One that I'm not seeing. No, because they should all be visible here. El Capitan, 10 people in queue, 0 people per hour. Wait, why is it there? Something is wrong here. The thing should be departing alongside with the Theatropus. No. Alongside. I can't even click on the thing. The Haunting of the Rock. Why are people not going on it? Okay, so is it a waiting issue or something? Something is definitely wrong here. Is it not equal in station length? No. So, just El Capitan, 0 people on right. This is the queue. The queue is hooked up. There is no entry sign above or below it. Because we would see that, you know, it's not there. Why are people not going on this? Right, we have the synchronize option here. Shouldn't okay, now that yeah, that might have been a reason, you know, for why it wasn't working. But we do need to troubleshoot this, else there's no point in trying to. Okay, so still nothing. El Capitan, why? 13 people in queue. People queue up, but they cannot enter. This is the weirdest thing. In fact, the train hasn't even departed yet. Okay, I'm gonna do something a bit reckless here, but and then open it up again, because now it should work. Look at that. That's grand instantly. I don't get it. I don't get why it's not working. It should. There is no reason for it to not work. But I don't know. Okay, anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build the steel coaster there and pray that after a while the thing will work, you know, the El Capitan. Because if it doesn't, then we have like a serious issue there. So let us get towards where we need to be, which is we need to be at like height 17 for this. And I'm not right now. And I'm also below the coaster itself there. It's a good way though to keep an eye on El Capitan and see if it's working out now. And now we are at height 17. And then there. And I think what we can do is just start removing stuff here. Yeah, and then move this backwards. So now we got at least at like our starting point, like where we need to be. And I believe that till this point, then it should be till here. Yeah, so this is basically what we can build here. And then what we should do is just remove this and done. Nice. So basically, we are now joining up in the mess that is this coaster. Also, what I see is that for El Capitan, there is there people in the queue? Yeah, there is people in the queue. So, and now you are. Oh man, really? It starts again. The messages, I hate them. Anyway, what we can do here is we can just do like an. No, we cannot. So apparently we need to have this. No way. I mean, can't we just? Where would the entrance be? So if I were to do this, just watch. There, done. Sometimes it doesn't need to be difficult, huh? Right? So, okay, so now we basically hook it up like this. And yeah, look, now people can go onto it. So it was just a matter of closing and opening the ride. So all of a sudden, I feel a lot less worried than I really ever was. But still, you know, it's about the ID. So now the good thing about this is that we can do we can do boosters. So we don't really need to rely on steep drops and all that jazz. But of course, steep drops do belong to our repertoire. So, I mean, we'd be crazy to not use them, right? And we have loopings, which I feel like we are totally entitled to use. We have underground loops even. And we should definitely be able to make it, because, yeah, you know, we just depart from over there. So, nice. And then, ooh, we might even already be hitting the I'm partially above and below ground section of it. Is that the case? Yeah, it seems to be the case. It's alright though. So if we were to do this, then this with this. We can go pretty high over here, and that's kind of the intention, you know, because we can do whatever we want. Obviously, we need to keep it in line with, like, you know, what the coaster can do. Basically, I want this to... Ooh, that's very interesting what we can do here. I want this to just go full bonkers on, like... in a track design. And let's do like a steep drop. Do an on-ride photo section. Okay, so let's pull this whole shenanigan back like one. Do like a steep drop. And now with an on-ride photo section, and then with the banked curve. No, never mind with the banked curve, huh? This should be very doable. And because we come from height 19, we know this is within the realm of possibilities. And then we are apparently at height 1 again. And then maybe do like a helix down large. Ooh, you know what we could have done as well? Is maybe go through our own loop. But we also seem to be hitting our own track. If we want to go through our own loop, maybe we should not hit our own track, huh? Pro tip: try not to hit your own tracks. Tip number 75. Is it gonna work like this? Well, you can say whatever you want about me and my crazy track designs, but if you ask me, I'd say we just passed through our own tracks. Which, in the end, is all that matters. Now. Yeah. Okay, so... that's an issue. I saw what the issue was over there. I came, and then I did not run into our own tracks. Okay. So, there is apparently quite a bit of space here that we're tapping into. Don't ask me how, but I quite like it. And the moment you mention it, of course, it's all gone. So this might be a little bit problematic. Yeah, we are really in a tight fit over here. Luckily we can escape like this. And keep it straight like this. Basically we do this same descent like twice over now. So, and then, you know, let us do like another loop. Because let me just do a quick recap on where we are with the track. So we come from height 19 here. And then we have like height 14. We go down and then up again from height 19. Swirling down a little bit. And then dropping down to height 1 again. So basically right now we should have a bit of pace. I feel like we should be able to make it, but just to be sure, I'm gonna leave one piece of straight in here. So that if we need to use the escape of a booster, we can. Oh. So, you're basically telling me, game, we are in the outside right now. Which happens to be true. And then, I feel like a lift right now is kind of warranted here. Because of like the height where we're at, you know? You know what, let's go higher though. I mean, like right now we are like really high. Maybe a little bit too high. Okay, so just hold on a second. I can't see where we're building, and I don't like if I can't see where I'm building. And now we are already hitting our own roller coaster track. Let's not do that. So basically this means that if we continue on this trajectory, if we are able to, then we say, nah, there's a roller coaster in the way. Which, yeah. Maybe what we should do instead then is go steep with the curve over there. And then go straight. And then straight some more. Okay, straight to the other side. Oh. Straight to the other side. What now? Am I already in like the... Oh yeah, apparently I am. Ooh, look at that, guys. We got an award for the best value park. Now that's a good one. We should cherish that. And then we'll do a lift piece just to be sure. And then basically complain, and then we need to do it like this. Okay, basically complain that we need to do it like this. Ah, balls. Alright, so height 13, height 10. I see where the issue is. We should be able to pull this off. Which we should even be able to... No, so it needs to be the tight corner. Oh, and by the way, if you hear something, yeah, it's happening again. The laundry. I know, right? It's always happening here. Oh. I do see we run into a slight issue here. Balls. Maybe we can do something like this. This is a little bit... Right now, I'm not looking at any visuals here. This is purely based on the numbers that I see on my screen. And look at what we managed to pull off here. Basically, what we just did was we said, you know what? We don't need visuals. We can do it by our eyes, me. Also, maybe now's not the time for helixes just yet. Maybe now is the exact time for helixes. Look. Now, helix up small. Come on. No. Really? Ah, game, you're breaking my balls here. I just want to go around our own track, which is not allowed apparently. Helix up, small. Come on. Okay, never mind then. Fine, game. If you don't want it, fine. Oh. That's a nice, cool section over here. Okay, so just in terms of like where we are with the track, let me just do a quick recap, because we've gone and done a little bit of a rounding. But we haven't really done that much. We do go through our own track, and we seem to be lined up pretty well to do it again. So you know what? Let's aim for that loop over there. We should be able to fairly easily get through it, right? No, because apparently I'm miles off. But if my theory here is right, look, this we can easily do. Never mind, this we cannot easily do. Okay, so then what it comes down to is this. Okay, so then what it comes down to is apparently some brakes to 43 and an S-bend, which is not my most favorite track piece. Hey, I think we got it. I think we got it sorted out. Nice. Then we don't really need to go. Yeah. Basically, we might want to go up there to do this. Up one sooner. You know, maybe what we should do is now just booster it. So let's booster it. Let's booster it to a little bit more speed. Come on, more speed. There. Okay, so having done that, where are we? I mean, in terms of budget, we don't really need to worry. In terms of guests coming into the park, there's quite a few leaving, but we're also gaining quite a few. Also, now that we know that El Capitan is working, I can't resist. Maybe I did not forget my skills. Maybe the haunting of the rock was just bad. But El Capitan, for a wooden coaster, huh? Damn. No, but what I'm thinking is like maybe we should do like one more shenanigan over here and then see that we get this back to the station, because even that is gonna be quite a challenge. I do see that we have quite a layer free at like height 17 to get there. So yeah, let's see if we can work out like one more shenanigan to do. Because we have just boosted, you know, so we should have crazy amounts of track speed still. So let's see what we can do with that. And you know what? To help it, let's not boost her any further. I think it will already be quite a challenge to bleed off our speed. Let me just see, what do we have here in terms of... What we could do is just go outside. Oh, go outside. And then... even more outside. Why is it... Okay. Oh, haha, yeah, okay, no, that does explain quite a bit as to why it's not gonna work out like that, huh? Okay, let me retry this. This should, in theory, work. Yes, we can do like a helix down on this one. Helix down large. And then... I don't think we want to go down that low, but let's see what we can actually pull this off. Let's do brakes till speed 64. And then yeah, it's a bit of a shame, you know. No, that's not gonna work. So what we need is over here, brakes till speed 64. We're gonna keep the brake section in because I have a suspicion. Oh, balls! Right. Okay. So what if we skip the helix low part? And do it with a tight curve here, because that should buy us that one extra space that we need to actually get in the loop. Nice. Not even sure if it will make it. We might have to replace this with like a booster at like max speed, which we will do, of course. So there's the booster at like 93. And now I'm pretty confident that we will make it through here. And then lifted. And I think that we are well on our way to our station. As a matter of fact, you know, if I were to go straight, I'd say we're there. Nice. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So, and then I saw the time of the video and how long this this particular one is, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, wow. This is actually. I imagined that this would be much better, but it isn't. Oh well. What can you do, right? I just, that coaster, you know, this one here, the one size fits all, I did not build that because I thought it would be the greatest coaster ever. It's just that the spot in here, you know, like, imagine you are here, and then all of a sudden, you know, there's just like this car, like, yoop, yoop. It just, the coolness of that alone, you know, was for me all the reason to build it. Now then, what we have is the challenge of hooking stuff up here. Let me see. Cause yeah, about the hooking up. This here is the entrance, and if I were to have a look at like, cause basically the queue does not need to be that complicated, it seems. I mean, in theory, this would do. To me, that would almost seem like too short. So, you know, one of the very few times right now, I'm actually going to lengthen the queue a little bit. I don't do this that often. But I feel like now is, you know, this coaster is actually justified in lengthening the queue a little. Okay, so here we have the footpath in the way. Nice, and that actually connects. Very good! And then basically all we need are benches. There, and that's about it. And there isn't much more that we can do here. So, yeah, all we need to do now is set this one to test and see how it goes, basically. And the testing is actually rather important because we need to know if it makes it. Wow, that's a lot of speed that it goes through that loop there. Now this one can handle quite a bit of G's, but that is fast. I mean, I won't deny it, that is quite fast. This is all looking rather good. So far, so good. Oh, yeah, okay. So through the loop it goes, you know. It's all looking okay. Now it has a bit of pace. And again through the loop at a rather high pace. in the lifts already, so we know it will be good. I think it's a good thing that I break it to 64, because these loops are ended at like 70 kilometers, and you can see the difference that it will make shortly once it hits the loop over here. So there it goes. This is all looking really nice. And now it gets boosted, which is actually a good thing, else it wouldn't have made it over here. And now all of a sudden, I'm not entirely sure it will make it. It makes it, but those brakes, yeah, we did not need those brakes at all. All in all though, it does look rather good, I'll have to admit, you know. It's not looking bad, this coaster. Let us take a quick look though at like the vertical G's. Is it bad? 3.5, 3.8, 4.5. Ooh. Yeah, that's that first loop we're looking at here. That's not good. That's all I have to say about it. It's not good. But this is the steel coaster. It can, if there's one coaster that can handle really big G's, it is this one. Though if it is too extreme, I'll take credit, and I know where to adjust it to. You know, it's that first loop. Which did we leave somewhere? It is. I believe this is the first loop, isn't it? I believe it is. Please, this is really important, game. Please. Nice! We did it! And this is without it being synchronized. How good is that? So, ladies and gentlemen, I say to you, I synchronize. And then we have our 3 coasters down here. Which, in all honesty, I expected this steel one to be a little bit better. This will probably not reach 9, so yeah, you know. I hate to say it, but I'm slightly disappointed. However, you know what we can do? Of course, aside from opening this, you know, and just having it operate, what we can do is maybe, you know, pimp it up with a bit of scenery on the outside. The other rides might as well benefit from just slamming down a few mine train thingies or something, you know, or abandoned mine shaft stuff. Ooh, why don't we call this Abaddon? Yes, Abaddon. And you know, a wordplay on abandon. Just because I just said it, it is now the name. Also, just look at this. Is the stuff I like, you know, like you see track going in and you see track going in and you're like, wait, what? That's the same coaster? Also, back to this view. If we were to do the color scheme of this, which we have to, if we go with yellow, that's what most of the underground will be. I don't like that. Let's go with like a dark red with orange. And the supports don't matter, but we'll make these, no. We'll keep with those in white. So this looks okay. If we then can have this with this maybe? That looks kind of cool, a bit ghosted. I like that color scheme. The only thing is though, do we want the white supports? Yeah, I guess I can live with them. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen. It took us way longer than expected, but in the end, we have our 3 coasters down in this rock. And, well, you know, Agate, what are you doing? Are you still researching gentle rides? I think that, you know, the rock, I mean, if we take a look at it, you know, we have like this park. Wait. And then we have this. And I'm sure, you know, with a lot of work and a lot of trial and error, we would be able to fit in another ride over here. But you know, I am not the one who's gonna try. This rock here, in the inside, is officially done. And if we look on the, you know, on the edges of it, You can really see that there is tracks in here. This is like a pleasure rock. It's like a bee's nest, you know, with tunnels and holes and ravines and stuff in there everywhere. And we're gonna expand that onto the other rock next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.